It's Mom and Pop Video Shop.
Welcome to Mom and Pop Video Shop. I am Joel.
And I am still just Tyson.
And we are post Halloween season, spooky Flicks Fest. If you're into horror and still want to enjoy the spooky season, go back into the archive because we put out quite a few episodes. We did our usual Monday, but we also had a retro movie geek episode that went out every Wednesday. Theoretically, assuming everybody turned them into me, I got a bunch of bonus episodes that went out, so go check all that.
They're probably worn out from October.
Yeah, I imagine at this point, even though I'm recording this before October even starts, I'm worn out.
So are we gonna break the horror pace here and do like Prince of Tides?
We are not doing Prince of Tides, but we are breaking the horror pace. 100% breaking the horror pace. Although I guess it's debatable because it is based on a true story and there is horrific elements to it, I guess, in a way. But yeah, I am covering for this particular episode.
Give me a hint. Let me try to get it.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
I'll give you a hint. It's based on a true story. Never sit down. It is a martial arts based movie.
Bloodsport.
No. Is that based on a true story?
I think so, yeah. Frank Duke.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
Duh.
Give me the year.
Oh, crap. Like 2008-ish? 7-ish?
2008 martial arts based on a true
Pretty
story.
sure it's 2008. I could be wrong, but...
Hell's Bells, Loretta. I don't have a clue then.
So obvious, right?
It is Ip Man.
Oh, bleep this. I f***ing love Ip Man.
Ip Man's great, bro.
Dude, I got goosebumps.
Yep, it's Ip Man.
Good call on
Thank
this
you,
one.
man. Yep. I showed it. Yeah, oh, God, it's so great. Yeah, I showed it to my kids a couple months ago.
Have you seen all of them?
I have seen... There's 4?
At least.
I've
seen up to
I've
the
seen
one
at
with
least,
Mike Tyson.
I have not seen the Mike Tyson one.
Because until you've seen Donnie Yen as Ip Man and Mike Tyson do his peekaboo.
Oh, really?
It is the shit.
Oh, I've got to watch that.
Yeah.
How have I not
It
seen
might be
that?
part 3, I think.
And then maybe I've only seen the first 2. I know I've seen at least 2 of them. And the
Anyway,
first
so
one
I
I've
didn't
seen
mean to
multiple
derail
times.
you.
No, fair enough.
What's funny is this is not horror, and this is like...
But you see what I mean by there is like an element of that's pretty friggin'
And it is
horrific.
based on a true story,
Yep.
but I gotta say, this is probably the most excited pick that I didn't know about that you've ever picked on the channel.
2008.
Good call.
Oh, I remembered. Yeah, any movie past 2000, I am literally just guessing at the date. So,
And look, before we get a bunch of bitches, gripes, and complaints because it's subtitled,
oh, who cares, man? This movie?
don't read the subtitles.
Yeah.
Can you read?
Sorry, dude, I'm taking over. I'm
no,
really excited about this.
bro, it is great.
I'm
All right,
really
so I'm gonna read the
excited
back of the box, and then we can give our ratings, which I think at this point you know what they are.
Go.
I give it a 2. Behind every great martial artist lies a teacher. Wouldn't it be a great teacher? Not just a teacher.
Yeah, he's a great
but-
teacher.
yeah.
I wonder if they figured out who his most famous student was.
Well, if they know what the movie is, they know. Ip Man, starring Donnie Yen, is the award-winning film adaptation about the life story of Ip Man, a grandmaster of Wing Chun and mentor, here it is, and legendary kung fu superstar Bruce effin Lee. His middle name wasn't really effin, but you get the
He was, but he's Bruce Lee's teacher.
There you go. Set in Foshan, China, during the Sino, I don't know how you pronounce that, Japanese War, Ip Man vividly brings to life the brutality of the infamous Japanese occupation.
That was freaking awful, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This is legit. This is like real life horror. Where once proud men are forced to fight till their death for a precious bag of rice. Defined by courage and humility, Ip Man, whose fighting skills are revered all over China, rises to the forefront. Upon refusing to teach his martial arts to the invading Japanese soldiers, he is forced to fight for the honor of his country in a series of battles that will culminate in a kill or be killed showdown with Japan's greatest fighter. If you've never seen Ip Man, if you remotely enjoy martial arts, action, historical pictures, war pictures, anything like that.
Like the purest, good guy versus bad guy.
Yes. But without being simplistic. Ip Man is not perfect. He's got his flaws. There's a pride element to him and some other things. But it doesn't matter. And honestly, I don't know anybody's, because we always talk about World War II and we always focus on the side with the Nazis, let's be honest. Mm-hmm. But I remember one time in college, I found a book. Can't remember what it's called. It was literally some project something or other, and it was all about what the Japanese did to the Chinese in their camps. I got 3 pages in, dude. I couldn't read that.
I never realized
it was the most horrific crap I've ever read in my life. And
I
it was all
never
true.
realized how bad the Japanese occupation of China was
my
until
God.
I saw Ip Man.
Dude, and if you want my opinion, they are sugarcoating. Like they aren't.
Oh, yeah, sure.
They aren't showing. It's sort of like when you watch a World War II movie and you see them treat people badly in Germany, but you don't get to go into the camps.
Yeah.
Like behind the door.
Well, that got dark.
So, all of that to be said, this movie kicks ass. Donnie Yen is so good. He's so great.
The greatest living martial artist of our time.
Yep. Oh, Donnie Yen. And did you see John Wick 4 yet?
Yes.
Oh, bro. He's so good at that. He Rogue One, which I liked of all the Disney Star Wars stuff. Rogue One probably is my overall favorite, but it's amplified 1,000. When he was the blind Jedi, I was like, oh.
I talked for months about Donnie Yen after watching it, man.
It man's so good. It's great. It's like a freaking fantastic movie. And it's also just seeing the honor, like when people have a code and things that they're willing to die for. It's so motivating as a human being to like feel like there's something more important.
Kung Fu as a martial art, and I'll tell you, I found this at a point in my life where I was going through some shit and I was looking for something, and I decided that, you know what, I was going to get into martial arts, but specifically I wanted to focus on the mental part of
That's really
like
what it comes
Asian
down
martial
to.
arts. So I started looking, and I got to looking at Japanese martial arts,
Yes.
specifically Taekwondo.
Yep.
I'm like, this is such a violent
Yeah.
martial art. It's very offensive. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then I really got into researching Kung Fu, Wing Chun, and all the different disciplines, Shaolin.
Well, my tastes are nothing if not eclectic.
So I really got into Kung Fu, and I started like binging Kung Fu movies, and really just got this appreciation for the how incredible the human body is.
Oh, yeah.
You know, watching masters like Donnie Yen at work.
so good.
That's how I found it, man. And oh my God, I don't even want to ruin it, guys. There's some scenes. I mean, just watching
It'll bring
him,
tears to your eyes. There's some moments.
watching him work the wooden dummy is amazing. But then there's a couple fights where you're like, holy shit.
And you know what's awesome? It does that thing in a lot of martial arts movie where you got dudes coming at you from every angle. And the problem, let's be frank, in real life, you got somebody coming at you from every angle. You don't have eyes in the back of your
You're probably
head.
gonna get your ass kicked.
But they do it in such a way, it feels very believable because the other people he's fighting have a code as well. Like you're not getting to the same degree. Now there are a couple people that aren't really martial artists that I would say, again, without giving anything away, that have no honor. But the true, like, even the Japanese commander guy, who's like the main, the big bad, you could see he's not the kind of guy that wants you to give it to him, if memory serves.
No.
He's not like a.
He's your typical like Western gunfighter that
Like if
travels the land looking
if you're gonna beat me, if I'm gonna beat you, I want to beat. I want to beat you. Yes, because I don't want to. Because it doesn't mean anything if I cheat.
Yeah,
and that's
it's got that scene where Ip's in a fight, and it's almost like that. He doesn't give a shit about the Chinaman. You know?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, he sees this guy, you see him, like, all of a sudden the interest gggets there, and it's almost like that dog salivating for the bone,
like,
where he's
yeah.
This is why I came to this country.
Yes, right there.
Right.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It's just, and I love the part. Was it like a feather? I don't want to say anything too much, but he's like uses that long. He's like a feather. Yeah. But the guy's using a sword?
Yeah,
it was a sword, and he's like literally. And dude,
I mean, think about that.
Now that I know we're with that subtitled Chinese martial arts movie or an option.
Oh, they're all an option, bro.
It's
It's all about video shop. If it's a physical,
it's game on.
Honestly,
we're doing Drunken Master before too long.
my only requirement, more for myself than even for you, we've discussed the fact like if we don't own a copy of it between us, it's like, do we cover something because we like to hold it up and blah blah blah. So that's always been sort of my personal criteria. But at the end of the day, there's any movie technically would go, right? It's a video shop. Now, hopefully we have a physical copy of it.
This is a great breaking our typical mold.
And I would like to point out, you couldn't have a VHS copy of this because by 2008 they were not making VHS. So unless somebody currently wanted to make a VHS of this, brain buster. I'm just saying, anybody that wanted to make a VHS of this.
This is such a beautiful film though like if you can get this on Blu-ray.
Yeah, and if I'm being really honest, it's not the kind of movie that benefits from VHS.
No,
I wouldn't think of it as a
benefits from watching it as crisp as you possibly can.
Yeah. The lo-fi aspect doesn't. I would still watch it.
God, he is so fast,
dude. He's so great. It's
and that's what's bad. If you ever watch Donnie, like I follow him on because of this. I follow him on social media.
Yeah.
If you watch him train, dude, they didn't do a whole lot of speed.
Oh no, bro.
That's why I say he is a bad ass.
Yeah, but he's also just the way he holds himself. I think what's great to
Yeah,
him.
he's the kind of guy like if he never had to get in a fight, he'd be comfortable every
you know
day,
what it is, dude?
just working the wooden dummy and drinking his tea.
I mean, even though he would like that, he would.
I love as an American that watching other cultures and to see how, you know, to me it's so much more interesting to see things that don't represent me.
Yeah.
But what it does represent me and you is the humanity of it.
Yeah.
There's such a level of and it's that connection we feel as a human being and his honor and the fact that he wants to protect his family and his community and it's just so freaking good. 5 tapes. Let's not even bullshit. 5 tapes.
5 tapes.
Five. We would go 6
pushed too
tapes.
far.
I feel like we would go 6 tapes, but we don't do that. It's 5 tapes. So, Ip Man, if you've seen it, please let us know what you think. And if you don't like it, then please don't tell us because we don't want to hear about it. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, I don't like martial arts movie. Well, then it ain't for you, is it? So, but if you do, and honestly, I don't even think you have to like martial arts movies.
No,
'Cause
it's just-
not
it's a
really
great-
it's not all it is by any stretch. But the martial arts that it is, badass.
It really is.
Totally badass. So, any final thoughts on it, man?
Dude, I could talk all day about it, but I think we've said enough.
Yes, you have.
All right, then. So that wraps up this review. We'll be back again next week. But until then, remember, at Mom and Pop's, our love of...
Jackie Chan in Drunken Master, which we will cover at some point, now that I know that subtitled martial arts films are game on.
And sort of dubbed. I'll take either one. Never stops.
Mom and Pop